What is good? It's your boy Jyoung. I'm back at it with another video. Now, WWE 2k has came out with another patch, and it kind of broke the little creator mode. If y'all know what creator mode is, man, it's basically what I use for every single video. Basically, just turns all the music off in the settings. Real quick, it's not too big of a deal, but I can just tell it's broken because every time I turn it on, the music still is playing. You know what I mean? So one easy way to do it, of course, is go into the settings and just putting the volume all the way down to 0. You know what I mean? That's a real quick and easy way to do it. But the patch update has, I guess, random, stability issues that they have fixed. Then also, of course, like little reward bonuses and everything like that. But one thing I would look, one person I'd be going to a lot to see like all the patch updates, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, is what's the status. Now again, none of these are like confirmed, besides 2 of them actually. 2 of them are confirmed. Roman Reigns 2019 and then King Corbin are upcoming, like, well, not upcoming, they're here now, are the island content, because they just released chapter 4 of the island as well. And I might, you know what, I might try to do that, man. Let me know in the comments below if y'all want to see me, like, go through that last, like, chapter, whatever, chapter 4 of it. Let me know in the comments below, man, because I know that the first island video y'all watched a lot, but the second one you wasn't really watched as much. But let me know, because if y'all want to see it, man, I'm gonna do it. You feel me? So then it has like crowd signs that were in there, and also it said new name entries were like secretly up in. So we got Kane 1998, Kane 03, and John Cena 03, which would be nice. You know what I mean? Crowd signs, which would be Nikki Bella, Goldberg, El Grande, Americano, Trish Stratus from 2000, Trish Stratus from 03, Drew McIntyre 2010, AJ Styles, R-Truth, China, and Cody Rhodes. Now again, he put a disclaimer at the bottom saying this is content within the game files, this is subject to change, or it could be scrapped entirely. So again, take that with a grain of salt. But one thing I was thinking about, man, I don't really do a lot of news on WWE 2K, man. I want to start, broadening my channel up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I want to start talking about news and everything like that, because, I'm going to be real, your boy can yap. So I'm like, if I'm going to be talking about this outside of content creating, I might as well do it anyway, you know what I'm saying? So while I'm talking about this, though, let me see, hold on, let me go into the Hero HQ real quick, because I do want to low-key unlock at least Roman Reigns 19. I don't, King Corbin, I can really care less. No offense to Baron Corbin, because he's actually pretty cold to me. Even though he wasn't like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I keep on forgetting that in this game, hands already eat for everyone in it. Sorry. Now I gotta try to see if I can unlock this joint real quick. I'm just BAM! One thing I do like is the commentary being like in it on the story. Now one thing though, I'm gonna try my best to make sure that, like, hold on, here we go. Bam! But let me see. Now one thing I will admit, I don't really like the idea of the island, right? The only reason why is because I feel like nobody really asks for it, you know what I mean? And I feel like there are a lot of things that are within the game, like, again, outside the island, that are not perfected. I feel like if you perfect a game, you know what I mean? If you perfect a game, I feel like that would be the time to add extra stuff like the island. You know what I mean? But the game is not, it's not perfect. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's kind of, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's a little too, I don't know, not buggy, but like, I feel like there are a lot of things that, like, WWE 2K can work on, you know what I mean, outside of the island. Now again, I understand. It's kind of a, to me, it reminds me of a money grab, you know what I mean? But whatever, it could be something different, but I just feel like you definitely could have worked on universe mode a little bit better, because again, I've said this in a lot of my videos, and again, I might not be as big as, like, a lot of the people right now, but I'm just gonna say it regardless, like, regardless of if I get big or not. When it comes down to WWE games, right, I have a stupid amount of fun playing the game. Like, let's just start there. I have a stupid amount of fun playing the game. But I was playing WWE 12 the other day, right? Mind you, WWE 12. And I'm playing universe mode, and it feels more unpredictable, more realistic. Like, all the rivalries are just, like, authentic. You know what I mean? And maybe I gotta play it a little bit more, because of course I'm not playing it daily like I am this, but why is it that I can even compare a game from 2012 to 25? I feel like 2025 Universe Mode should be so unrecognizably better than WWE 12 in every single aspect. You know what I mean? Like, again, like, I've seen the devs comments about, like, creative finish and everything like that. And trust me, I get it. Like, I really do get that part of it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's not like, you know, it doesn't fit the game. You know what I mean? And okay, cool. At least they acknowledge that, like, you know, it would probably break the game if they did it. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people don't really buy that, but, you know, at least they gave a explanation for that, right? Universe mode, I feel like they keep on adding, like, different, features, but I feel like one thing that would be, like, amazing is if they just confirmed, hey, rivalries are not just, hey, you go against this person one-on-one for God knows how many times, and that's really it. Like, it feels like you go one-on-one with the same person like 7 times throughout a rivalry. And I get it. Some, like, mid-carders, some kind of, like, you know, like, again, like the Carmelo Hayes and Andrade and stuff. Yeah, like, that was a almost called a 7-game series, thinking about 2K, but, you know, a 7-match series. Okay, cool. Yeah, one-off things like that, cool. But, like, a lot of rivalries, they'll do promos. They won't even touch each other besides brawls. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, I kind of want a little bit more. Like, I'm going to be real, WWE 12, right? Now, again, I get it. I believe it's WWE 12. But I get that, you know, the game is a lot different now. But at the same time, hold on, what in the world? I forgot I added this on my character. But one thing I will admit, like, I low-key liked a lot was, oh, shoot. Hold on. I gotta concentrate now. There we go. One thing I liked a lot is the unpredictability. Like, so let's say, like, you're the top contender for a championship, right? Instead of just automatically being put in a rivalry where you're going against this person in non-title matches 5 times before the PLE, what WWE 12 was doing was they were making it more realistic. Like, you go against somebody in one-on-one match, it's still like the main event or whatever, but then after the match ends, the champion, whoever the current champion is, like, pops up on the ramp to, like, you know, interrupt your celebration, and basically just kind of like flexes on you for a little bit. Like, yeah, this is my championship, you ain't finna take it, yada yada. And then in the meantime, like, the character you played as, number one contenders in the ring, like, taunting, like, you know, this would be mine or whatever. Like, it's stuff like that brings like the realism with it. You know what I mean? And again, they ain't gotta go over the top with it. Even stuff like that would be good to me. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like, you know, it just feels like sometimes we need a little bit more slice of life stuff. Like the chain wrestling was amazing. I love that addition to the game. Again, the little things that they did add with the Universe mode, I liked. But I think that the core thing with Universe mode is that it's not unpredictable. Like, everyone doesn't want to. How can I put this? Everyone doesn't want to, like. How do I put this? Like, every single person doesn't want to, like, build the story from the ground up. You know what I mean? Like, not every single person wants to do that. And I feel like there should be, like, I don't know. Like, I loved it when Universe mode was unpredictable. You know what I mean? Now, granted, though, I will admit, one thing I do love about this one, too, is that there's multiple Universe modes you can do, right? What is this? Hear ye, hear ye. To all the so-called heroes who see themselves so high and mighty, suck it. Oh, DX? Ha ha. During the attraction of a match, the Judgment Day has stolen the keys to your precious kingdom. The prophecy has been fulfilled. This is now our realm. The Dark Prince, Finn Balor, and the Judgment Day. Oh, alright. So you're gonna be beefing with them. But I'm gonna keep, you know, I'm gonna continue on my yapathon a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, like, again, I'm nowhere near, like, trying to, like, complain, like, that's, like, you know, like, just complain about that, because, again, the fact that they've added this stuff, right, like the island, yeah, it's cool. But, again, I feel like there are slice of life things that I feel like, I I feel like could be fixed. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I'm bored. I'm thinking about showing y'all right now, like the things I'm talking about, because here's one thing that I was saying in the past couple years. This just throughout videos. You know what I mean? Is do y'all know how like we have modernized characters, right? And of course, yeah, you can export them into like the actual like game, right? But if you go into universe mode, that person is just another created character. You know what I mean? Like the commentary is nowhere different from the actual created character. When you created a character on WWE 12, right? And I've been just playing. And the reason I'm talking about WWE 12 is because I've been playing that on my channel as well. I've been doing the Road to WrestleMania. But when you play that character, right? His entrance, his name, and also the commentary transfers over to universe mode. So let's say I'm playing as Jacob Cass from WWE 12, and then I'm like, I'm gonna play universe mode with that character, right? They automatically change everything about that character, like with what is going on in the story. Some people might find it annoying, but I found it very cool to me. Because imagine, again, y'all, like people who have been following the channel, Yuri and Jyoung, their different universe modes have been pretty crazy, right? They like Jyoung literally took over WWE. Now, granted, I made it myself where I was able to be creative and make the mutiny joint, right? So I made the mutiny universe mode and everything like that, and it kind of, I will admit, it was fun, and I need to get back to that as well. But sometimes I stop because every single week you have to kind of like do it yourself, you know what I mean? And the thing is, I work full time, you know what I mean? So like, unfortunately, I can't really, now again, y'all want to, y'all listen to this, subscribe to the channel, you feel me? So, so I won't have to, do this that much, you know what I mean? But shameless plug over though, but like on a serious note, I work full time, and everybody doesn't have the time to like create all these different storylines by themselves. Like it would be nice if like you could just plug and play. Boom, story pops up, you go into these rivalries and everything like that. Especially if you're a champion or you're a main eventer, stories should kind of just be falling in your lap. You know what I mean? And the stories that fall into your lap are basically like, oh, I'm finna feud with Finn Balor. Cool. For the next 5 matches, it's gonna be me versus Finn Balor. You know what I mean? Now again, it's not every single one, but most of them are like that, and it gets pretty redundant. Honestly, it really does. And that's just my opinion. Maybe I got to play universe mode a little bit more. Maybe it is a little bit more unpredictable than I think it is. But from the time I've been playing it, like again, I played 1 week on WWE 12, and I was already like, what type of mess is this? Like these cutscenes are kind of cold. Like again, another example. I was playing universe mode and I beat the fool out of Alberto Del Rio, right? And again, this was one of the rivalries on there, and it was a long match. And at the end of it, his like torso was all like messed up. They actually wheeled him out on a stretcher. Like, we don't see that in this game. Like maybe I'm tweaking. Like maybe I have to try to just really beat the fool out of somebody for like a long time, but I don't see people getting wheeled out on a stretcher or something like that. You know what I mean? I have seen some where like, again, now I will admit, now to WWE 2k25's credit, there are cutscenes where like, like they're injured, yada yada, wound, or their ribs are a little bruised up or anything like that. But to me, in this day and age, I feel like the possibilities could be legit endless with how much they could really do on this game. You know what I mean? Now, sorry, long rant or whatever over. Going back to the patch notes, I want to talk about this real quick. I like the fact that they are adding characters that are exclusive to the island, but at the same time I don't. So here's why I like it, right? I like it because, again, you got characters that probably normally wouldn't be in the game on there. The dude looked like he was naked. But on the flip side, I can see why somebody would say, also, this is just straight up, again, this is forcing you to play a game mode that we never really wanted to play. You know what I mean? Like, we never asked for an island. We never asked for a city like 2K. Now, I don't recall anybody asking for that. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe somebody did, but I don't recall anybody asking for that. I feel like it's innovative. I like the idea of it. But the fact that, like, VC from 2K is now in this game feels like a straight up cash grab, because look, those who play NBA 2K know how crazy that got, right? And here's my thing with it, and this might sound a little pushy, but I don't really care. This is where I feel like 2K is messed up, right? you know, NBA 2K's fan base is very toxic. Half of it hate the game, half of them love the game. But the thing is, most of us are still going to play it, right? But 2K gets a very, very, very bad rep. And I feel like as soon as they get competition, I feel like it might be raps for them, right? Here's the thing. With WWE 2K, I love the game. Like, I feel like with community creations, as long as they don't get rid of that, because they took away one thing like from it, and it kind of made me a little upset. But as long as they don't take away community creations, I feel like WWE 2K is going to be on top of the wrestling gaming world for the foreseeable future. Because again, to me, that's what gives the game life for a while. But to me, if you're going to make this game basically pay to play eventually after a while, right? And again, it wasn't too bad with this one. Like, this game, I feel like, you know, the VC prices haven't really been that bad on this one. Or at least the VC that you get for the pre-order bonus, it was pretty good. Like, again, I'm a 99 overall. I didn't buy any VC on this game, and I barely played the island for real. So, like, getting like an exclusive edition might not be, you know what I'm saying, it's not really that bad. But at the same time, though, if you're going to make a game pay to play, it needs to be free. Right, and I mean, like, as far as the actual game itself, just keep on updating it or something like that. You know what I mean? Like on some Fortnite type stuff. But if you're not gonna make it, and you're gonna make it a yearly release, hate to say this, but the game better be as close to perfect as possible. Because if not, you're gonna continue to get the fans getting like all upset about it, yada yada, and that's a bad thing, man. It really is. I just don't feel like that's a good thing to have. And maybe Visual Concepts is looking at the revenue that NBA 2K is bringing in, and they're like, you know what, we don't care about the pushback, right? That's cool. You know, like, whatever. But my thing is, don't care about the pushback. I feel like that's where things can go south. Like, again, I know AEW's Fight Forever game was nowhere near WWE 2K. Like, we all know this. But let's say they get their act together, right? Let's say AEW goes like, you know what, we're going to make another game, and then it ends up being as good. It doesn't have to be better. Let's say it's as good as WWE. Oh man, it's gonna be a little wicked. You know what I mean? Now, if y'all ever want to hear me like talk about, you know, things I want in the next 2Ks or things I want to see and blah blah blah, let me know. You know what I mean? Because again, like I said, I'm going to be doing more, you know, I'm going to be playing the island more regardless. I want to unlock a lot of these characters for y'all. But if y'all want to see me actually play the island like a little bit more, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, man. But this Yapathon is over, man. Y'all see my character walking or whatever. But Yapathon over, man. Do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. And also let me know what y'all thought about the latest patch. I know the title has the patch in there. I didn't even talk about the patch that much. I kind of went to going on a rant. But again, hey, sorry, a little bit of Yapathon, you know what I mean? But again, like, seriously, like, if you guys want to see more of this just me just talking and just playing the game in the background, let me know, man. I will do some more like this, man. But do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that bell for notifications for all of my upcoming content. And Jyoung out.